Goes on, guys, we're back here again with yet another review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new McFarlane Toys BRZRKR B figure, or Unute if you're nasty. But yeah, this was a mini series. I think it's only, if I remember last time I checked, it's only 3 issues, and I went through and read them when this figure was released or revealed. I think it was Comic-Con 2025. I was interested in it. I was like, wow, that's a really interesting looking figure, really cool looking character. I'll see what it's all about. Full disclosure, it's okay. It's kind of a basic story. The whole premise is that Unute, or B, or whatever you want to call him, it has like immortality. And it's been a little bit since I've read it, but that he has immortality from this god thing. And so a lot of the book is like him throughout his life and his like long history of all these different scenes. The artwork is fantastic. Really, really like the artwork, but it's just kind of a basic story. The villain just wants to get his power. He kind of does. They do something different with the ending, which I appreciate, but it's, you know, it's okay. It's not fantastic, but I think McFarlane did a really good job with this figure. So here is the read up here. Just trying to see if it says Unute anywhere, or am I making that up? But the barcode, I believe this is a Walmart exclusive, and it'll be in the electronic section. But yeah, I mean, also, you know, you get a cool character and a shit ton of weapons. So let's see if it was worth the $50 price point, and go ahead and open. Getting B out of the packaging here, or Unute, or whatever you want to call him. I'm going to try to be as precise but as quick as possible with this video, because there's a lot to go over with this, and I don't want to take forever. So I apologize if it feels a little rushed, but there's a lot in this box. I mean, that's a good thing. I mean, you're paying $50, so definitely one of the big questions is this going to be worth $50? And I did play with it a little bit already, and I will say I do think that we hit that. I mean, do I wish it was maybe a little bit cheaper? Absolutely. But I'm not upset about it, to be completely honest. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it, taking a look at Unute. Get to see the hair here. I like that it's, you know, got a wash in there. Obviously, it doesn't look exactly like Keanu Reeves, but it's not supposed to. And anybody who tells you that it is does not understand the book or has not read the book. And again, I'm not no Berserk expert, but I did read the first, at least the first 3 issues. I don't know if more's out now, but and I can tell you that he's not Keanu Reeves. Yeah, he looks like Keanu Reeves. I mean, Keanu Reeves is one of the creators of this, like he spearheaded this project, but it's technically not him. So I actually think the head sculpt's pretty good. The forehead looks a little big, but I think that might have to do with the faceplates. It's a little off, but I don't know. It's not terrible. Then you get to see all this armor here. I love that brown black wash that they use. I do wish that all the silver was punched in, but you do get a nice wash on the wraps, a nice different color on like the top of the wraps. And a lot of these canisters and things are painted on the belt. That's nice. But again, I might go in and take my paint pen and fill in some silver here and there. I think that'll add a lot to this, all these little silver rivets and things, because once you get down the belt, there's really no paint on this guy. I think that's excusable, and I'll show why I think that is. I mean, sure, would I like it there? Absolutely. But, I mean, maybe if these were painted silver, you know, nothing crazy, but it definitely would improve the look of the figure. I mean, more paint is something you can always say. Actually, I take it back. There's a little bit of a wash on the boots here, a little bit of a blue wash, but nothing crazy. I do like that the fingertips are painted. There's one dude on Instagram, I forget his name. But he usually takes McFarlane figures and makes Marvel customs. I bet you could think of what character I'm thinking you could use this body for, dude. Certain blind guy. But the big draw to this guy, is that he comes with a shit ton of weapons and accessories. So let's get into it here. I'm going to break it up into 3 different sections. I'm going to break it up into interchangeable parts, weapons, and other stuff. So let's just I should have organized it beforehand. Let's go ahead and just jump into it. So getting them out of the way, you do get the stand, the art card, and the digital code. Dumb waste, don't care. If this is adding value to your box, even if it's $5, please just leave it out. I don't care. In terms of interchangeable hands, we'll start with that. Of course, you got to get 2 trigger fingers, and then you get a supporting grip hand here. So that's a fine amount of extra hands. That's fine. You get an interchangeable faceplate of him in his Berserker mode, and the way that works is you kind of pull up from the bottom and then push in from the top. And I think that looks fantastic, actually. I don't know which one I like more. I mean, his name is Berserk, and this is his Berserker state, so maybe I'm going to leave that on for now, see how I feel at the end of the video. So that's cool. Then you get 2 full-on interchangeable heads. One in his Berserker state, and then one in his... or like one still fucked up, but not in his Berserk state. Fake blood, YouTube, fake blood, but get to see his like hair was ripped out or singed off. All that fake blood on there looks great. His eye he looks menacing as hell. And then this side, you get to see like only half of his head was ripped off. He gets his ass beat. I mean, he's immortal, but he's not invulnerable. That's a big difference here. So these heads look great, and it's very easy to just pop the head off. I really didn't even have to heat something up. And then the neck has some black, like some blood splatter on there. That's cool. And you put that on there, and you know, that looks pretty awesome. I'm not going to use either one of these. They're just not something that I feel I would display him like. So I'm going to leave this on there. Then you get some interchangeable arms. So you pop these out at the shoulder. I mean, it's got that McFarlane, like, you know, ball socket. And then take... so you take... And you can take out these sockets too, and I'll show why in a second. Take them out, and then, oh my god, he has no hands. And we'll take the head off now for now too. And then you get interchangeable arms. So these are like battle damaged arms, and they look great. Here's the left side. They get bloody hands. These hands also work on the normal arms. So if you want to, you know, just bloody fists, which is something I did for a couple pictures. That looks good, but I love all the blood and, you know, damage on there. That looks great. And you get to see the other arm. Same deal. You can put this hand on there, but they're not the same sculpt, which is nice. I like that. I like when things are asymmetric in this case. Then you can take off this whole vest, and I didn't know this because I watched like a video or two on this before I got it. Just, you know, I throw on like a YouTube video to listen to in the morning while I'm at work or, you know, driving. But his vest comes off, and he's got all this great blood and body and yucky stuff underneath here. So I think the arms, I don't know if these sockets have a specific side, but it really doesn't matter. These battle damage arms are really intended for this look. So you can, if you bought 2 of these, you could have 2, maybe even 3 completely different looks for him. I mean, look at that hole. That looks like it goes straight through him. That's awesome. And then I'll throw on this head because I didn't put it on yet. But, I mean, you could have a completely different look for Unute. I mean, that's awesome. It's even on the back here. That's a lot of paint. All right, like that feels more premium. It also shows that it's a pretty good build. I think this harness makes him look a little tubular, but it's not the end of the world. But yeah, that looks awesome. I really like the way that looks. Personally, I'm not going to do that as much as I do like it. Gotta get behind the camera strength here, but yeah, personally I'm not going to do that just because, 1, I'm tired of storing accessories, and 2, this is more of his iconic look, and I don't plan on buying a second one anytime soon. So I'm going to leave him in with this, but I kind of like the battle damaged arms, so I don't know. For now, I'm going to leave him like this. Just kind of pop these in, and then pop these in. Thank you. Pop his head on. But yeah, so that's cool. Again, like, look at how different those looks are. Like, that's great. That's a really fun thing here, and definitely adds to the value of this guy, because these days, that's what I'd be caring about. I mean, I always did care about value per dollar. I think that's an important thing and something that's not a necessity, but we're not going to get into that. So, in terms of guns, he comes with a whole slew of guns. And I mean, like, a lot. Like, there's a lot of weapons in this box. So, this will Let's start with the smallest one and work our way up. You get a little pistol. No paint on this. He does have a holster for it, but honestly, it's kind of a shitty holster. I do wish it kind of clipped in more because I would like to leave it in there. I'm not going to use this gun for him, so I would like to leave it in there, but you really can't do that. He definitely does have a little bit. He has like older McFarlane ball-pegged, like ball-hinge ankles. It's very annoying. Get this assault rifle. Is it an assault rifle? I don't know. I don't know guns. It's got a nice wash on it, though, so that looks great. You get that gun. You get a shotgun. Do a little bit of hunting every now and then. I am a wildlife person, so I do know a shotgun, but this is what this support hand is for. I mean, it could be used for this. He can pose okay with this, but I mean, always getting the stock and the, you know, getting that in a natural looking pose is always kind of difficult, but there's paint on this. That's nice. Get this gun. I don't know what kind of gun this is called, but again, looks great. Nice wash on there. You get an even bigger gun. Machine gun, not a machine gun. As I hear giant pops from people's cars outside. I live in Philly, it's all day. But yeah, this is cool. You get a grenade launcher, that I do know. This may have came with the Grim Knight. I think this came with from DC Multiverse. That looks good. You get an old style like Tommy gun almost, which does make sense. I mean, he's been alive for a long time, so I guess I don't remember, but I guess he would have gone through that era. I mean, I remember him like in the cave days, so, or like, you know, ancient Roman things, but yeah, this is cool. This is not going to him. This is going to somebody else that I just recently reviewed. Then you get this gun with the big old clip. Looks good too. Nice paint on these. So lots of guns. Then you get a knife with a little bit of blood on the end of it. Nothing special here, but it is nice. And then finally you get a severed arm. I mean, and really, you can use that grip hand, like that's supporting your hand, for this as well. You gotta angle it right, but, I mean, that'll definitely hold. So, yeah. Is it worth 50 bucks? I don't know. I'd say probably. I mean, they value their weapons packs at $15 alone, and then, like, a regular... I don't know, because even that only... So, say a regular McFarlane's 25 bucks, and then the weapons packs are usually $15. I mean, that only puts us at 40 bucks, so where we're getting that other 10 can be argued. I mean, I guess you could say that it's, I don't know. I think it's maybe $5-10 more expensive than it needs to be. But you know what? Actually, let's say that they say this is like a collector McFarlane, like the collector edition. That's $30. The weapons pack, $15. That puts us at $45. And then for their digital figures with the codes, they charge $25 instead of $20. So I mean, that's, I guess, by their rules, I guess it is worth 50 bucks. But I could do without the digital card and pay 45. But whatever. The articulation is pretty good on this guy. I mean, you know, obviously he's got long hair, but I think he can look up all right. A little bit of pivot. Tone of the Tiger has better head movement there. Just let that sink in. But shoulder goes all around. Looks pretty nice. I like the McFarlane setup. I know some people don't. I actually do like the way they do their shoulders. It's nice for customizing and looks good in most poses. So I like it. You can shift the shoulders. Bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and then the wrist swivel and hinge. You can put them in any direction you want. The jacket really doesn't affect articulation that much. So what I'm showing you is the same with or without it on. He'll lean back. There's a little like slit there. He'll lean forward. Really doesn't change much whether you use that or not. And then he pivots and rotates at the top and the bottom. So you can get all around. It's not a lot, but a dude in a vest like this isn't going to have a lot. Hey, McFarlane can do splits. How about you, Maximum Spider-Man? I don't think so. Forward, back, no thigh swivel. That is something Maximum Spider-Man can do. Double jointed knees, and then the ankles will rotate. They'll go down, up, pivot. They are a little clicky, so it's kind of annoying. And then a toe hinge. Also, just wish he didn't have a toe hinge. It's very annoying. Because he falls forward all the time. Because the lip kind of like, if you push down on it too hard, it like automatically just like comes up. I hate that. That is such an action figure pet peeve of mine. But yeah, overall, I'd say he moves the way a militaristic character like him needs to. Here he is next to the NECA Toys King Kong, along with the Jazzwares Fortnite Series 6-inch Peely. Here he is next to the McFarlane Toys Dark Knight Returns Batman, along with the Marvel Legends Hasbro X-Men Series Darwin. And you can see he is definitely a taller figure. I like that. And then finally, here he is next to the Hasbro Marvel Legends What If Series Zombie Captain America. So you might be wondering, yo, Ant, what are your final thoughts on this figure? Is he worth the Moignon? I would say, yeah, sure. I guess technically. Would I have liked to pay less for him? Sure. Do I like all the stuff he comes with? Everything other than the art card and the digital code, yeah, I do. It's weird because I want to say I wish he came with less weapons and costed less, but I'm going to use these weapons in other places. I mean, so many lines aren't allowed to come with guns these days. So it's nice to have like just an extra stock of regular ones. I mean, I'm going to give it... This is probably... The way you're looking at them right now is probably exactly how I'm going to have them on the shelf. These two guns, that head, and the battle-damaged arms. Because why not? You know, why not? But yeah, I think he looks great. He poses fine. He poses the way he needs to. And he comes with a shit ton of stuff. 10 out of 10 for accessories. But yeah. So with that being said, at a price point of $49.99, luckily Walmart does free shipping. But I'm going to go ahead and give him an 8. I mean, I think if he was $40, 10 out of 10 figure, to be completely honest with you. But, you know, 50 is a lot of money. And these days, everything's expensive. So with that being said, that's all I got for today. So if you have not already, please be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Also be sure to follow me on Instagram, TikTok, and Letterboxd. I post a lot on all those apps, and I have a great time, so I am sure you will too. But as always, let me know. You copping? See you guys next one. Peace.
What goes on, guys? I wanted to hop on here again and thank you all for watching, and to let you know that if the following apps interest you, feel free to follow me on them, as I put the links in the description for you guys. I really appreciate everything you all do for me, so DM me with any questions or thoughts. I'd love to sit and talk with you all. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.